Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Things are getting interesting, and voice acting will be of plenty. And high energy, yeah, high energy. We got caffeinated Ben, we got uncaffeinated explodes, and we got naturally caffeinated Mark here. And we're gonna get started right where we left off. Wait, I thought you were normally caffeinated around this time. What the heck, man?
I am.
Oh, okay.
It's called voice acting. Make no mistake, any sympathy for the accused on account of her years is misguided and dangerous. There are no depths to which this girl would not stoop if pushed. No crime she would not commit. Why does that sound familiar? I'm getting great Mouse Detective flashbacks. The court forgets that fact at its peril.
I see. I think it would be prudent to take the music box disc into evidence council. As a grim testament to the defense. What?
Lord Van Zeeks,
Inspector Gregson. Nani?
I got lost in the sauce. Yes, Inspector. We've had a meeting yesterday at the yard with the prosecution service, and I think it was agreed that the disc wouldn't be used as evidence.
What's this all about? Why is the inspector acting strangely? That's the first time he said anything to Van Zeeks at all.
I am unaware of any such meeting. But those were the instructions, right from the top. The government bigwigs were insistent. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're getting Daddy Gannon flashbacks. No. Inspector, I am the prosecutor, and I alone determine how to present my case.
Is Van Zeeks gonna just get Francisca von Carmod and get shot for getting too close to the truth?
Nah, he will. Honestly, considering how many people die around him, I wouldn't be surprised if someone's actually plotting his demise currently, just because it's like, you killed them, I know you did, you Reaper. Your warning is noted. Thank you. Yeah. The prosecution wishes to proceed with submitting this disc as evidence, my lord.
Indeed. Bailiff.
Music box disc. A metal disc used to play music, and a mechanical music box. On the reverse side...
Music box.
What?
On the reverse side.
Wait, what? Why do I hear myself twice? What? Probably explodes.
That might just be you.
Oh, no, not... I have noise cancellating
Was it
audio.
just the one thing you were too loud?
I guess? I don't know. Anyway. A metal disc used to play music in a mechanical music box. On the reverse side is a note that reads, "For McGilded."
The prosecution established the accused motive,
Wendy's!
opportunity, and baseness of character.
Oh, we're gonna see how much of the character is
Unfortunately,
based.
that's going to be...
Oh no, did we lose Ben?
He's probably fixing his connection.
Oh, okay.
Because he had a little bit of Wendy's for a moment.
Are we gonna check how based she is, or what?
Give him a moment, see if he comes back soon.
All right. So, what type of flavor of Kool-Aid do you think Ben Zeeks likes?
Well, he's a vampire, so maybe he likes garlic flavored.
Well, to be fair, if we're gonna go by the rules from that one movie that must not be named, that has no sequels, garlic doesn't do anything to vampires. It's like lactose intolerance. Yeah, I watched that movie, by the way. That sequel, the one on the boat. There's literally I was going through the Netflix catalog one day and I saw that movie on there, so it's like, I'll go watch it. It's a whatever movie. It doesn't need to exist.
There's no problem with it, but there's nothing right with it either.
Yeah. All they did was give Adam Sandler a wife, really. That's all they did. Or a girlfriend. I
And then
forget.
they made another one.
Without Adam Sandler.
No, he was just a human now.
I thought they had no Adam Sandler. Like he didn't reprise the voice role for that one.
No, no, the plot of that one was that everyone turned into humans and the human turned into a monster.
Oh yeah, I remember
Oh, you're
that.
talking about this cartoon series that exists for some reason.
Oh yeah, that was a cartoon series. I didn't even know it was a cartoon series. I thought it was just that one movie you were speaking about. Like I get not being able to hire an A-lister to be in your cartoon. I can watch the was it the Panda cartoon, the Trials of Awesomeness or whatever it was, and you can clearly tell it's a guy trying to be Jack Black, but he does a good enough job as it is. But there's just something specific about Adam Sandler's voice direction that's hard to replicate.
They probably had him as a cameo once or twice, like at the beginning of the cartoon.
Do you remember when the Penguins of Madagascar actually had the voice of Alex in like a uh when Skipper was
Yeah,
hallucinating?
the
Yeah.
hallucination when he lost his memory.
Yeah. I wonder how much money they paid just to have that guy voice that one scene.
No, it was a bunch of scenes actually.
Really?
He was
Okay.
there throughout most of the episode.
Okay, all right. I only remember him being on the boat. Such a long time ago. The Penguin show was low key fairly above average. I will say. It was
I think Ben's back.
Oh, okay.
No guarantee, though.
Did you bring the Kool-Aid though?
No.
Okay, all right. Go ahead. Say your line, Mr. Van Zeeks. Say the line.
Mr. Ben Zeeks here. That's it. Fuse me with Van Zykes. We shall form the ultimate Ben Zeeks.
Oh,
There is nothing more to add.
hold on. I got a phone call now.
Went back just for that one line, and now we gotta wait again. So, what's your opinion on the Penguins cartoon series, Ben?
The Penguins of Madagascar?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Never really seen it. So, no real opinion. I only know the memes.
I see. I see. Hope we ran out of things to talk about.
So, do you think they'll go with a Star Fox movie next or a Legend of Zelda movie next?
Well, they're already making the Legend of Zelda movie. It's live action.
Why is Peter Pan blonde? And why is he whacking these bushes?
Well, it was either that or give him the old pink hair. Kappa.
So, why is George working with Wario and Monica?
I don't know. I just told me to say that.
I'm assuming that's a reference.
You look above. The Frick Bears. Uh, Basically a fan game for FNAF called Five Nights at Frick Bears 3. that allows mods so you can play as anybody.
So, you like war?
What?
It's just a question.
Was that war or vor?
The less offensive one.
There's no answer for that one.
Listen, I'll say this. I was not asking in a German accent. You may now decide.
Okay, moving on from that.
It's okay. Hey, I didn't want an answer. Oh, that's golden. I'm gonna write that down. You like war? Wait, did you say war or vor?
Okay, I'm back. All right. Do we properly get Ben's Wendy's connection on the
Yeah, he seems fine right now.
Okay. All right.
Not really, because we're determining on which is less offensive between the two options we discussed. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I await your informed decisions and rest my case.
I don't believe it. I had the jury
He
on
wears
my
gray
side
pants.
for once. For all of 5 minutes.
That's all it takes, baby.
Oh dear. It wasn't even for 5 minutes, Bruno.
Who's saying that? Oh,
My lord, wonder if I might say something at this point.
Proceed, Mr. Foreman.
Been stumbling about in a bit of a fog up till now, if truth be told, but all of a sudden, the answer's bully obvious to me and my men. There's only one thing for it.
oh no.
Very well. The court will hear from the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, you will present your leanings as to the defendant's culpability.
Guilty.
Why we were doing this again?
Guilty.
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 Oh,
Of
that's
course.
Starscream's voice.
Did he just use his head?
Yes, he did.
Look, his hands are important, not his face.
We have another consensus among the jury, it seems.
When you have eliminated the whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm waiting for the thought to finish.
It's like we just got out of that. We just literally got out of that. Why are we doing this again?
We literally do this every case.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a third one.
Okay, I'm on my break, so what just happened here? I just got here.
Well, we were discussing on if war was fun.
They are already turning against us.
Oh, great. It's not like they've been doing this to us like several times.
Anyways.
When the impossible has been eliminated, the
Let me voice her
uncertain
for a bit.
is possible or something.
Let me voice for her for a bit before I head back to work.
All right.
That's
I
my
don't smell
line.
those teeth.
I heard that for Henry. How dare he use that killing sauce?
Don't worry, Iris. I don't think we're finished yet. There's still more to this case than we realize. There must be, because there's one thing I'm absolutely certain of. Gina didn't shoot Mr. Windibank. That's beyond any doubt.
Very well. We will proceed with the second submission examination of the day. You don't even have to ask me. I know that's what you're going to do. Mr. Foreman, are you and the other jurors ready?
Garrett Squadron is primed and ready for action, sir.
Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have now determined the defendant to be guilty.
She's a woman.
Also, before we get to Mark, over there where you are, is it raining over there or not?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I'm not the only one. By the way, we've been having thunderstorms over here. Luckily, it's calming down now.
Stay safe.
Don't worry, I am.
Once
I'm
a
wearing my
rogue, always a
raincoat.
rogue, I say. It's gonna rain, George. It's gonna rain.
It's already been
Once a
raining,
rogue,
dude.
always a rogue, I say. Different breed to us law-abiding citizens. Snob.
I forgot what voice I gave her. As for 2 bullets were found at the scene, I would say the whole case is done and dusted.
You don't need a stereoscope to say the truth here. Every which way you look at it, it was that pickpocket.
I never imagined that a simple operation would cause me such grief.
Oh god, I
You
forgot
suck in
about
your
that.
head. The accused attempted theft on the previous day. I can see I'm in for a busy day ahead.
I am ballistic expert. I have seen many shootings. There's nothing I do not know about guns.
I'm a little mouse.
Wait a second. Ballistics expert. Does that mean he could determine which gun fired which shot?
Ooh, that
We
would
have
be
2 different
ooh.
shots, 2 different
I
guns.
mean, we can try like
He's
fooling
probably
him
an expert
to
because
recognize
he
the gun-
uses
the
them a lot
gunshot.
before he got chased out of his home country.
It would seem there is a little remaining room for doubt.
I have to admit, I was rather bowled over by the argument put forward by the chap in the black. But when that fell apart like a house of cards, I thought I'd jolly well been hoodwinked. Well, no more. I swear upon my crescent giant face.
The whole courtroom is turning against me.
Got one more in you, George? Yep.
Iris, with your voice.
The prosecutor is being mean. Just because Jeannie done something she shouldn't have done in the past. That doesn't make her a murderer.
Wow, that's the most coherent thing you've said all day with that voice.
I love my Kool-Aid.
Okay.
I love it so much. Drink the Kool-Aid. Allow me to savor this fruity
You may have
vintage
diabetes after this.
while I savor this spectacle. While I savor this fruitless debate on matter.
Are you?
The Wendy's.
Are you calling me? Are you calling me fruity?
No, he's calling you fruitless.
What does that sound? Why do I hear a?
Are you saying I have nothing beneath my knees? Are you saying I'm not a man?
I mean, what's
I'll
new?
let the jury decide that.
Everyone goes, get
I'll
okay.
let the jury decide that question.
A super fireball, it just goes in the sky.
The only balls here are the fireballs being thrown. Here's to the truth coming out.
Yeah.
Eventually.
That's enough preamble. You can put your pants up, counsel. Now proceed with the summation examination.
Caesar, at this point, you may have a red face after that.
Yes, my lord. Just hear like a zipping sound effect. Zip.
Oh, I
Are we gonna
see.
see him use
Your
the sword
sword
one
is
day?
very long.
Hold it!
All right, just because Miss Lestrade has a history of pickpocketing, she must be guilty of murder. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Are all members of the British Army so quick to judge?
I beg your pardon. Are you mocking Her Majesty's office, the greatest military organization in the world, America?
No. I'm simply illustrating my
Sorry.
point.
I got a bit of patriotism stuck in my throat.
Making assumptions about people because they're a soldier or a pickpocket is wrong and dangerous.
Well, yes, might have a point there, I suppose. But let's not forget the girl has already shown she had it in her from before. She's clearly a criminal sort through and through. Can't deny it.
When you say that she's shown she had it in her, are you referring to this?
Exactly. Tried to swipe that only a day earlier, Or am I mistaken?
Curious. I want to look this
You're
over.
mistaken.
We didn't really look at this yet.
Blood.
Or killed it. Or killed it. That's the man you defended in court a couple months ago, isn't it? Isn't it, Laura?
Yes, or rather, mistakenly defended.
I wonder what his name is doing on the back of this disc.
That's a question I'd love to know the answer for myself. I'm willing to bet you this piece of evidence is going to get destroyed. This evidence is going to be destroyed, which is why we have the exact duplicate that our buddy made back at the beginning of this chapter.
I mean, that'll be fun.
duplicate.
Actually,
We have the exact duplicate made out of hard candy, right?
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, from Holmes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I'm willing to bet this piece of evidence is going to get destroyed because we are close to actually doing something with it. And we already know the piece of blood. That was from earlier. Not exactly. Given that I was actually there at that time, it's hard to refute that.
I have never actually seen the real thing. I can't wait to have a closer look at it.
Oh yes, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, that's our little hint
1
right there.
point to Gimli.
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
Mark.
What?
Just a heads up. I think tomorrow we are getting the new outfits for Broly and Trunks.
Cool. Can't wait to see
Yeah,
you
and
playing them.
well, I can't play it because you're gonna play as Kefla, and Jit's gonna play Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So it's gonna be barely in the showing us.
Okay.
Oh, a lot of people saying a lot of the people who are playing Vegeta, they're all saying they're gonna nerf him after Boo's gonna be released.
Oh, but that's such a
So
long
can we-
time from now.
I mean, we only have like few days. We have like what's like 11 days left or 12 days left.
Wow, really? Time flies, man.
Yeah, I mean, you all of us, we've been taking a break from Squadron because the amount of losses we had.
All right, go for it. Go for it, Iris. Whoever is gonna voice Iris.
Oh yeah. Well, we still don't know what's during the playthrough, do we? I am against it. But I love to see it how the original
Compares.
compares
You get
to
it.
Hurley's copy. I don't know why I struggle with that.
McGilded's disc. Could it be?
This was the beginning of discs that played things like games and music. It was the beginning of the Sonic Adventures games. It began here. I talk too much.
Hold it!
Don't worry, dude. Don't worry.
It's okay. We like that about you. It's a number
Yep.
of bullets that is. It's the number of bullets that has you convinced, huh? Only 2 bullets
Mark,
were
that's you.
fired. Sorry, I just got distracted with the dog here. He's biting me. Only 2 bullets were fired, and 2 guns that fired them have been examined by the police. When the parlor maid asks me how many are invited for dinner, I always tell her to count the table settings. Well, that's logical, I suppose. Although, yes, sometimes after dining, crockery does go missing. 1 or 2 guests rather like the fine china. Does your employer dine with thieves? So I suppose
Yes, he does.
if there was another bullet somewhere of which we were unaware, I'd have to reconsider my position. A 3rd bullet somewhere on the scene? Could that be possible? I might as well just throw that out there.
I mean, well, here's the thing. If we can, if the green blood on the wall by the door, if that's not Hurley's, then that must mean there's a 3rd person, potentially.
3rd bullet. Wouldn't the 3rd bullet be? Not omnibus. Start blood.
Because
This
because
bullet right
it
here.
would have been one for yeah. Because I mean, depending on who had the gun, that angle is pretty high on the door. Another low angle shot, and who else is short enough to do a
Don't
low angle
suppose
shot?
This would pass as the 3rd bullet.
It passes for a bullet as much as you pass for a lawyer, my learned friend.
Coming from you, I'm going to take that as meaning not much. Oh, so they don't register.
In
that,
no
huh?
way does it resemble a bullet. If that helps your understanding of my last remark,
Ugh.
then
that-
what is it then?
Counsel,
Oh.
at the very least, I would
Okay, it's fine. I'll take the hit.
I would expect the evidence you present to be a more correct form.
It's been a long day.
Let's actually try to find this 3rd bullet before we attempt that again, Naruto.
Hold it!
Do we have any other photos we can try and like merge together to see?
It's
if
probably going to
anything's
be like the
different?
last time we were here, where we're going to end up finding what we need after talking with these guys.
Gotcha.
So, if I understand
mean-
correctly, you need 2 pictures, a left one and a slightly right eye one.
Exactly. Then you can see the scene in 3 dimension like this.
So, if we have 2
Cursed
bullets,
cross-eyed imagery.
I don't suppose we can see anything useful with them?
I think you will find. And no matter how much you squint, the truth of situations always looks the same here. The only person who could have shot the victim is that girl in the dock.
How can you be so sure of that?
Wow, cues like that? That's coming from me.
Think about it. The Skulkin brothers shot the great detective, didn't they?
Yes, that's been mentioned once or twice.
Well, it's coming up. Now, isn't it?
This is a waste of time. I'm not going to
And
change this
Wendy.
man's mind anytime soon.
Hold it!
Oh god, the old man.
Would you please stop muttering about things that have nothing to do with this trial, sir? The defendant's life is on the line here.
Well, the thing is, I can't really say that it is nothing to do with this trial, to be honest.
Huh?
I mean, there's no question that the man was shot, but the bullet had simply vanished from his stomach. It's quite inexplicable, don't you think?
I almost don't want to ask, but
I think
this
that's our third
surgery,
bullet.
Yeah, well,
but this surgery you've been muttering all about during this time, you were operating on.
What was the fellow's name now? Hurlich? No, Herlock? No, Hairlock.
Oh no, he was operating on Herlock's shows before.
oh my god.
Nurse,
Oh,
jab my
no.
forehead. Never mind, I'll do it myself. Wham! There, it's off. Why is there blood on my forehead?
Herlock shows by any chance?
Yes, good lord. It was that Herlock fellow.
Nani? You're the surgeon that operated on Mr. Sholmes? How's that even legal? That
Oh.
you're even here?
What? Oh my
That's right, using the very latest anesthesia techniques, I might add. It was a fairly major up, I can tell you. Oh. He gets a present for being such a good boy.
Wow, I didn't realize we had two Santas.
Wow.
It's the same last time too.
I don't believe I'm
It's
just looking right now.
Hairlock loves drugs.
Let me see. The fellow was brought in not long after midnight, if I remember correctly. They said he'd been shot by some criminal or other. So I opened him up like a shot. But the funny thing is, when I went over his insides with a fine-tooth comb, I couldn't find the bullet anywhere. So I'm afraid I had to throw up my hands and just stitch the fellow back up.
I hate to state the obvious, but
Yes,
surely that's because the bullet is still at the scene of the shooting?
The counsel for the defense is correct, as it clearly is shown in the photographic print. The bullet that the Skulkin brothers fired at Mr. Sholmes hit him in the
All
stomach
right.
region.
Okay, so the bullet went through Sherlock and hit there. Okay.
Then exited his body.
Okay,
That's
well
right,
now we
that-
can confirm that.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah, that's me.
now we can
that,
confirm the blood at least.
that exited his body and lodged to the shop wall where the calendar was hanging by the door. I think I'll find it really quite simple if you just consider the problem three-dimensionally.
Alright, I'm heading out.
what do you think I am, son?
Wish me luck at work.
Hi, George.
Good luck, man. Stay away from thunder. Well, juror number 4 is about the best I can do.
As soon as I saw the wound in the man's stomach, I flipped him over.
Like a pancake? Are you saying that you checked his back?
Of course I
For the
did.
exit wound, obviously.
And there wasn't a trace of injury. No sign of that bullet that had left the body at all.
Nani?
How's that possible?
That's the point. The only logical conclusion is that the bullet was still somewhere in the man's innards. Which is exactly why I set up about slicing him up.
Well, there we go. 3 bullets.
And I'm still none the wiser even how now. How many times do I have to say it? Can
There we go.
someone
We
please
can
explain to
get him
me how it
against the
happened?
maid. Because
Can
the
somebody
maid says,
please solve this mystery?
It's almost as much of a
hit him
mystery.
against the maid.
Sure, he
The
was-
counting is off. All right, I'm getting too caffeinated.
Oh, no, that's fine, that's fine.
The mystery of where the bullet ended up is an infuriating one. Where's the expert when you needed one?
So, between her, as only 2 bullets were found in the
Should we
scene, I
check
would
the other
simple-
2 first?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I have my stuff recorded.
Hold it!
What do you mean, you're in for a busy day?
Well, forgot to say, stop. Do excuse me, stop. I'm a communications officer. Stop.
A communications officer, huh? Does that have something to do with sending telegrams?
Oh, what naughty stuff I'm receiving. I mean, everything from personal messages written by members of the public to the latest news in the capital. Oh, naughty.
That must mean it's Chronicles.
Can you imagine
Hilarious.
doing NSW text over Telegram? It's like, oh, that dirty, dirty whore. Anywho, I convert all the messages into Morse code and deb it out to the entire world electronically. Oh, she's a Twitter user.
To the entire world?
Thousands of miles of cable under the sea. Stop, worldwide communication network. Stop. Information transmitted to and from all corners of the globe. Stop.
Ah, yes. She was getting equally worked up about the radio waves, or like before, wasn't she?
I specialize in communicating information from government departments and the newspaper offices.
I see.
I'm sure I shall have to wire the newspaper reports of today's guilty verdict later. So no sleep for me tonight, I imagine. You don't look like you sleep at all, you old bag.
Let's just finish the first trial. I mean, let's just finish the trial first, shall we?
Well,
Hold it!
I thought you were just a tourist.
This book written by Susato is interesting.
Good day. I'm visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please. There's no way he's just a visiting tourist. So, you're a ballistics expert? Who knew? I have much experience with guns. Ah. I have lived through many, how you would say, extreme, violent bath of, blood of,
A bloodbath? Explodes.
Just a sec.
yeah, he's trying to get that
Undrink the tea, sir.
bloodbath, perhaps?
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Extreme violent bloodbaths. English is very difficult tongue. Considering the sort of people you associate with, I'm surprised you still have a tongue. Anyway, if you have questions about bullets and guns, you ask me. There is nothing I do not know, no mystery I cannot solve. He's very confident in his knowledge of guns, that's for sure. But if possible, please, only in the Russian language. Oh no, she's trying to get all that tea. Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I muted myself.
Drink the
Actually, I don't even remember muting myself. He's not very confident in his knowledge of English, though, is he? Also,
No.
we should probably check the old man with him.
Yeah, we should bear in mind. He's our man if there's
That
a
is
mystery
right.
about guns or bullets.
And we have a mystery about guns and bullets here.
Van Zeeks has managed to convince everyone.
When you have eliminated the impossible, he said, but he hasn't.
If we're going to fight back, we need more material. And we have to fight back. We have to turn this trial around again. Okay. Different breed to us law-abiding citizens. As only 2 bullets were found at the scene, I would say the whole case is done and dusted. You don't need a stereoscope to see the truth. For every which way you look at it, it was the pickpocket. The mystery of where the bullet ended up is infuriating. Where's an expert where you need one? Ah, there he is. The accused attempted to a thief the previous day. I can see it. A busy day ahead.
1
I'm
point to
ballistics
Legolas.
expert. Yeah.
Hold it!
Oops, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Skip through here. Okay, but at least we know that would have been
by Susato-san.
Unfortunately, he needs it translated to Russian first. It's absolutely no idea.
Susato-san can do anything.
The erotic text means nothing if I do not understand it.
My Rasputin smut came in.
So you can't do it unless it's translated?
2 hands are required for 2 different things, but if I do not understand what text says, they might as well be both on book.
Drugs.
Objection.
Those 2 statements clearly contradict the idea that all I do is pit yours against each other.
What?
Oh, a ballistics expert.
Pitting,
On the night in question, Mr. Sholmes was shot by one of the Skulkin brothers. Since there was no sign of an exit wound on his back, we must assume that the bullet didn't pass through. However, no bullet was found lodged in Mr. Sholmes' body either. Wow, what luck that we actually had the surgeon here on the jury. A bullet was found lodged in the wall of the shop where Mr. Sholmes was shot. Juror number 6.
hello, my name is Villain. Pleased to meet you.
This apparent
He's a straight up villain.
This apparent contradiction in the facts that is so clearly troubling juror number 4. Are you able to explain the mystery?
I have seen a very similar situation in Motherland. It was night. There was blizzard. I was running away from Mountain Road in freezing cold. Golly. The snow was piling high on both sides of the road. It was very narrow and dangerous. My pursuers had hunting rifles, and they were on dog sleds.
Mental note, don't ask too many questions.
I was shot from behind and fell down in snow. And this situation was very similar to what I heard today from a doctor. They could not find bullet in my body. And no sign of, how do you say, exit wound. And where did the bullet go?
What do they shoot? Icicles?
Bullet never hit me.
Well, if it ever hit you, why'd you fall down?
Bullet hit frozen wall of ice very close to my side.
Nutty?
Shrapnel.
One small piece, very sharp, broke away from lump of ice and pierced my body. It made deep wound that looks like bullet wound.
Good gracious.
Of course, piece of ice quickly melted inside of me. And that is solution to mystery of disappearing bullet.
So we just gotta find something inside of him.
But that doesn't answer my question at all. Shooting happened at a pawnbroker's shop.
He's broke as hell.
Not the Snowy Mountain Road in another country.
Just an idea, but we might not be looking exactly the same scenario here.
Who now? Where exactly was Hurley shot again?
Well, according to the report, in his stomach. Sort of around this area, I think.
His pocket watch, maybe?
Well, that's precisely where he always wears a little pouch on his belt.
A pouch? Actually, I might have noticed something like that.
Yes, a pouch. It's where it keeps the 3 glass vials of very dangerous chemicals that he uses in his very investigations.
Nani? Really? Doctor, where is the pouch Mr. Sholmes is wearing?
Well, I told about nothing on him in the person when he arrived in the hospital, as far as I remember.
If I may,
Lord Van Zeeks?
while I realize it is forbidden for the prosecution to interject during a summation examination, I should inform the defense that I have the pouch in question in the antechamber outside the courtroom.
Thank you, Edgeworth. Sorry?
Sorry.
When the police arrived on the scene and found Mr. Sholmes injured, they removed the pouch in order to assess the wound.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought I was getting forgetful for a moment.
Take a nap, Gramps.
Since then, it has been in my safekeeping along with all other evidence relating to the case. I can personally vouch for the fact that it has not been touched since the incident occurred.
Very well. Well, extremely unconventional during a summation examination. I must demand that the prosecution present the item in question with all speed. Bring forth Mr. Sherlock Sholmes' pouch.
Bring us his man purse.
I see it's a very pretty purse.
Better than mine.
So this is the pouch worn by Mr. Sholmes on the night in
Oh,
question.
fluid and broken.
Look at that! One of the files is broken, and the leather around it is scorched black.
And now
yeah.
you're doing an echo.
Yeah, where's the echo coming from? Because I could hear that too.
Let me. It always seems to be doing it while you're in that voice, I guess, but might be me, might be Ben.
It's almost as if the file explodinated.
You're not doing it anymore, so I guess it was just.
Exploded.
Yeah, so that night, the bullet from the Skulkin brothers' gun struck Mr. Sholmes'
Rate
pouch.
that explosion.
And it was a glass vial exploding that caused the fellow's injury?
This bullet did not penetrate the victim, but deflected into a wall of shop.
Hmm.
He knows he can't talk anymore.
A delightfully complex aroma. It arouses me.
Well, hold on, Vinzix. Not in the courtroom.
Though it has no bearing on the truth of this case. The bungling and burgling brother shot the detective, and the accused shot the
Hey, you need to
pawnbroker.
get up.
Where?
The Venziks, not you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The pertinent facts of the case remain unaltered.
Ugh.
Well, at least the mystery is solved. I can sleep easy tonight. Thank you, young man.
You look like you're
So what I
sleeping
can
now,
see to
Graham.
Mr. Russian.
Ah, thank you very much. Glad I could help.
Due to its bearing on the conundrum just solved, the court will sequester the scruffy pouch as evidence.
Hurley's pouch isn't scruffy.
Sholmes' pouch. The scruffy pouch Mr. Sholmes is wearing around his waist at the time of the shooting. One of the glass vials is smashed, and there are scorch marks around it. Now then, the summation examination. It would appear the defense is somewhat struggling to alter opinion.
Please, my lord, a little more time. After all, it's a new piece of evidence. Could be a valuable clue, and you can't afford to overlook anything here, Ryunosuke.
Because now we can confirm that, wait a second, Well, no. Actually, that still confirms the bullet in the wall would actually still be there. So I guess we can't do the counting thing. But still, there has to be something.
Still a way to turn this around, somehow. Sure of it. Let's take a look at this doodad.
Ooh, there's even a little hole in the back.
Wait a minute, is the bullet in here? Is that thing back here a bullet?
I mean, you can click on it.
Let's click on the most obvious thing first.
You could undo it.
The file has been smashed to pieces. Presumably, this is where the bullet struck.
Well, duh. And there would have been a big explosion, too.
A big explosion? Blow up!
Well, Hurley's potions are chemicals and are Hurley's potions and chemicals are amazingly useful for the investigation work he does. But they're also tricky to handle. Safely at least. They're very dangerous.
Oh.
Well, Sherlock Holmes is a chemist, after all.
I'm sure that when that file broke, the chemical inside would have ignited.
Note to self, always walk on the right side of Sholmes in the future. The left is the danger zone.
All right, let's edit that first, because there's two things to do.
Oh, look! There's a hole here at the back. Doesn't look much like a bullet hole, but clearly something's ripped through the leather with great force.
Something must have pierced it somehow to have left this hole behind.
Yes, it looks that way. Mr. Sholmes and his pouch both took a beating, don't they?
Yeah, maybe we can unlatch the pouch and see if that bullet's there. Maybe on the other side, like, yeah, there.
It's really scorched badly just here.
Oh, the strap is broken. Look.
This must be where the bullet hit then.
Let me see. Aha! I declare half a point for me.
That's the bullet, isn't
Man,
it?
Zeeks, you're an idiot if you didn't see this.
The other half
Yeah,
goes to Mark as he's pointed out the bullet in the first place.
Gimli and Legolas, bromance for life.
I don't ship it. It's Tolkien, I tell you.
No, not Rings of Power.
Dude, Rings of Power is garbage.
That's why you're making it gay. Behind where the
Yes, we are.
Did you see it?
That's the Skulkin Brothers bullet.
What a
I do
stroke-
declare 3 bullet.
What a stroke of luck that hit his pouch. Then that means there's an extra bullet. This is an amazing discovery. By that logic, does that mean that Ben also gets half a point?
Points to go around. And since it took 3 of us to do that, double points for everyone, which means double point for Gimli, Legolas, and Gandalf.
It only counts as one, though.
What it means is that there were 3 bullets fired at Windibanks that night.
We found exactly what that juror was talking about.
The 3rd bullet. It's time to press that juror again, I think.
You think?
The 3rd bullet. A projectile we discovered lodged in Mr. Sholmes' pouch. It caused one of the files to explode, injuring Mr. Sholmes. Wait, can we just look at that bullet?
Looks bent. Or melted.
This is the bullet that was fired from the Skulkin brothers' gun on the night of the incident.
Yes, so it turns out it never actually entered Hurley's body at all.
Thanks to the thick leather on that pouch he was wearing, it saved him.
Hurley's always lucky like that.
Well, considering what he had to go through in the hospital, I wonder how lucky he really was.
So, hold on. They thought the bullet wound got into him. They cut the man open only to find there is no bullet wound. The man went through and... I know they had
didn't
to
see the
do it, but-
glass. He's got a piece of glass stuck in him.
Oh, he
poor
was
Hurley.
shaved by the portrait. You have my attention. That bitch.
Hold it!
It's a number of bullets that has you convinced, huh? Alright, even to this. Yeah, this has to be the biggest blunder Van Zieks did. He had the evidence with him, but he didn't notice the bullet.
Unless it's just some kind of trap. Which in that case, why?
Allow me to show you this bullet.
Take that!
Here it is. We discovered it just now through the power of magical BS. Yes, and on that night in the question in Winnipeg's pawnbrokery, another bullet was fired.
Hold it!
What is this new trickery, you Japanese conjurer? Where did you find that bullet? Don't make me get my heavy security. Heavy!
It was.
It is I, heavy security.
I never met lawyer that could not outrun bullet.
Or Sherlock Holmes who could outrun bullet. Considering we had Russians at the beginning of this game and now we finally make a heavy reference, I think we should be ashamed.
No, we should be happy. The fact that it took us this long to do it.
We didn't go for the obvious.
Yeah.
It's
Doctor?
true.
Yeah, we actually have a doctor. Doctor, where is bullet, doctor? It was lodged inside Mr. Show's pouch, the very pouch you gave me and chose not to look inside of.
None at all.
This pouch was removed from around Mr. Show's waist before he was taken to the hospital. And since then, it's been touched by no one except the idiot who gave it to me.
Unless he planted the bullet there.
Do you mean to say the shot fired by the Skulkin brothers that night?
Yes, as your lordship has surmised, it hit this pouch.
But that makes no sense whatsoever. We already know the whereabouts of the bullet fired at Mr. Sholmes. It's clearly visible in this photograph print.
Nah.
2 guns from the scene have already been submitted into the court record as evidence.
Yes, that of Mr. Winnipeg, and that belonging to the Skulkin brothers.
And the examination of both guns reveal that only a single bullet had been fired from each. Oh.
But that was vain.
That's right. Van Zieks is an idiot. Know that the other night in question, 3 bullets were fired.
Don't ruin my vintage.
However, only 2 bullets were fired from the guns recovered from the crime scene, and until the incontrovertible inconsistency is somehow explained, we cannot, and I must say, we cannot and must not pass judgment.
Ugh. Heartburn.
You have a heart?
Order! 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 Someone get that man the Yale Pepto-Bismol. Oh, the
I'm drinking liquid Pepto-Bismol all day, Your Honor.
Oh, that's a human born.
It's a good
now.
vintage Pepto-Bismol.
That's a human born now, my boy. Observation examination remains incomplete. The court has been presented with new facts.
No printer.
that would appear to shake the very foundations upon which the case against the defendant has been built. As for my prerogative in this situation, I hereby temporarily suspend the summation examination, because I can do that.
By Jupiter!
Nani?
Wait, I'm British.
Bailiff, bring the witnesses back to the stand at once.
They're gonna say, it's like, well, the thing is, there was another shot, actually. He shot at us first, we shot at him, someone else shot him. Mario and Luigi all over again.
And the
Witnesses,
detective, because
Governor!
were you listening to the proceedings while the defense carried out the summation examination? We was, Governor. We was.
Perhaps we can dispense with the tedious preamble. Simply answer this one question. A third bullet has been identified at the scene of the crime. What do you make of that?
Oh, no, man, Zeeks. You kind of just gave me that bullet like an idiot.
Make it, Gov. I didn't make no fun of it one way or the other.
Wow, that auto skip.
Is it one of yours? God blimey, Governor, God blimey. No chance.
Bro, it's my life. I'm Ringo, bro.
Whatever, Nash.
Yeah, no, good call on that one. Okay, Mickey.
McGee?
No,
Wait, I didn't know this was NCIS now.
no, I thought you're calling him the one guy from Hustle that we were watching, because that's literally the voice I'm going for.
Oh. Wait, which one? The older guy that like does all the
tech stuff, yeah.
Oh yeah, him. It does kind of sound like him.
Sound like Mickey Briggs.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to go for, that one guy. Yeah.
Well now, I'm Mickey Briggs, and I'm in charge of this operation. You understand? That's a horrible Mickey Briggs impression. Sorry.
Yeah, you're not. We need Jordan here.
I mean, can he pull off a British accent?
Only one way to find out. Somebody at him and ask the question.
I mean, I think I have a better chance of doing a Samuel Jackson impression than he has a kid's doing a British impression.
Don't make me bring back Samuel L. Jackson.
These mother... No. Have to censor him.
Yeah, go ahead, Van Zeeks.
I'll do Morgan Freeman instead. In that case, did you have an accomplice? What? What? Never! The Skulking brothers work alone.
It's just the two of us. That's our trademark.
How soon we forget, poor Sulky.
Mentioning Gregson. Only 2 of the bullets from the crime scene originated from the firearms we have in evidence. Wait, they did say they were looking for a third member.
Yeah, they're
So
brother.
what if there was some... Yeah. What if there was a third person there that night, but he skedaddled in an opposite direction than the other 2?
they did mention that
Well-
if they yap too much, he would be angry.
Mm-hmm. The third bullet was fired from another gun. Where is it? Let me... That's an head scratcher.
Counsel for the defense.
Yes.
I should like to hear your thoughts regarding these new developments. The third bullet and the mysterious missing firearm from which it came.
Thinking back after all the testimony we've heard, on all the evidence we've seen, I think I'm starting to form a picture. Picture what really happened that night. My lord, I think it's clear to what the third bullet tells us about the Skulkin brothers. They had a secret accomplice, they had another gun and stuff. Yeah, a secret accomplice. It has to have been that.
I mean, unless they threw away the other gun,
Either
but
that
it would
or
still
nothing
prove
to
that
do
they
with
honestly
them.
killed... Yeah, which means if they're here and they're saying they didn't kill the guy, then it's like, I think it's safe to say they didn't kill the guy, but they're covering for someone.
You got
which
4
means
HP.
accomplice.
You can avoid to make a mistake.
On that night at Windibank's pawnbrokery, the brothers must have been working with a third man.
Yep, that was
Witnesses
right.
are
Copy.
clearly doing their best to cover up the existence of this accomplice. But the evidence all points to the fact that there was someone else present. Someone carrying a gun.
Objection!
Insert not Kool-Aid, Pepto-Bismol. It's all pink.
No, this is my Sprite for my upset stomach.
But it looks the
So
exact
they exist
same.
after all. An accomplice. An accomplice, you say? Pig swill. These protracted proceedings have already forced us to endure 2 summation examinations. Yet in all that time, there has been not a murmur of a third man. If this apparently wraith-like being exists, the court must be shown hard evidence. Without it, this fantasy will be crushed. I'm glad I'm wearing gloves. Otherwise, I'd be bleeding.
Ugh.
The prosecution demands answers on 2 counts. Firstly, proof, evidence that this accomplice was ever at the scene of the crime. And secondly, the identity of this spurious character.
You know, I wouldn't doubt at some point Van Zeeks will be so upset with us that if we have our back against the wall, he's going to give us a threat. Would be like, if you don't provide the evidence correctly the first time, you will be deported. Like, oh no, our livelihood's at stake.
The judge would be saying, I don't give that permission.
The Skulkins are lying, I know that. But how can I ascertain the identity of the person they're hiding?
Well, Counsel,
I'm supposed to prove the existence of this accomplice and reveal the person's identity, even. In response to the prosecution's demand, my lord, the defense is... Oh, wow, okay.
Do we even have any answers? I mean, if we're unable to provide answers, then what does this mean? We just go into another day of court?
Yeah, most of these... Well, we haven't really done multiple days in courts yet, have we?
Wait a second, hold on. Well, I don't know. It may be a bit of a long shot. But if the blood on the wall isn't Hurley's, then whose blood is it? There's 2 accounts of blood, but here's the thing. We already have the pawnbroker's blood. And if no one else was shot, namely Lestrade, the 2 Skulkin brothers, if they weren't shot, that means the blood can't match them. And we know it's not Hurley's because there never was a bullet, which means the green blood on the portrait proves there was a third person there.
Oh wait, whoa!
Unless I'm just blowing smoke up my ass.
She's gonna do douses. Can we get this done quickly, Iris?
All right, let's do this real quick. La da 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 da. Spray, spray, spray. The screen, like the wall.
Wait, oh?
Ooh,
No,
lovely bright shade
no
again.
way! I can't believe this! It's the Eggman! No, I'm being
I
serious.
already read that.
It's the Eggman! He was there!
Approved.
Again, I read this.
No, I'm waiting for Ben to go ahead and affirm me here.
He's looking at the evidence.
Of the Eggman? You mean from before?
Yeah, the guy that was at the
wait, hold
cover.
on. Yeah, the guy from before, the guy who went under the codename Professor.
Yes,
The guy who was supposed to be in questioning.
yeah, Eggert. He got cut with this thing, remember? When he tried yoinking it?
Yeah,
And that's his green blood
I do remember.
on
Yeah.
the wall too then.
On the wall. Ooh, I think I'm starting to see what happened. Maybe.
Wait, he was there trying to steal this thing back.
Wait a second. No. I can see what happened. Okay, here's my picture. Egbert shot the pawnbroker in that little corner area, but Gina had his gun at some point. She went after him, and right when he was at the door, she was aiming from down low, aiming up. So she clocked the guy somewhere on his body. The bullet went up towards close to the door and splattered the blood, whereas he escaped.
But
Although
he
that doesn't
has a
explain how the
wound.
Skulkin brothers fit into there.
They were just an unfortunate.
Oh yeah, he
screen.
definitely has a wound.
Wow, what timing to check this blood out?
A wound.
I did not think about it.
Then
What is it?
It's just that green. It's not the first time we've seen this color, is it? Blood sample portfolio. 4 samples of blood analyzed with a special chemical indicator developed by Mr. Sholmes. Different people's blood turn different colors. Science. That's our evidence now. That's our evidence.
just
now.
like in real life. Well, not only that, but we can, because we also have the pawnbroker's blood, and since Hurley's blood never, and since we literally just proven that his blood never left his body, it couldn't have hit that wall.
Yeah.
So yes, we can prove it.
The defense is ready.
And yes, and because of that, well, you just went over the disc, we can prove the identity. So we have both. Aha.
I believe I can provide all the answers.
So 1 point to Gimli and
Yes. You can't see me, but I'm waving my axe up in the air. Triumphantly.
your body spray?
No.
No, that smells awful.
So. Yes, it does.
But the ladies like
So
it.
my Nippon friend, despite these swimming eyes, you seem to think of something to say. This promises to be interesting.
Ah, I have to push forward now. There's no other option. I need to use every single piece of evidence available to me. We will make a difference.
In that case, Consul, I would ask you to present the evidence without delay. On the night in question, in the moments leading up to the death of the victim, what proof have you that there was a third intruder present at the scene?
Now, I'm going to go on a limb here and say that
Blood on the
this-
wall. No. This is the proof of the second point. We can prove the identity because it's like we were there that day when the guy grabbed the disc. It bled, and since that is his blood, that's the same blood on the wall.
All right, we'll throw that one out.
Because we just said, oh, well, this blood.
Take that!
At least that's what I think.
The evidence right here, in this portfolio.
By Jove, the portfolio again is it?
Do you expect the court to rifle through your papers itself? Be more specific. You claim one of those blood samples proves the presence of this third intruder? Well, which one is it?
No, it's that one. Thanks. Thanks for just putting it here.
Take that!
Yeah, I think you mean the disc one.
No, we're looking at the blood thing first.
What am I looking at here? There appears to be some green paint or such like around the bullet hole in the middle of the calendar.
That's a blood stain, my lord.
Bloodstain? Did the Incredible Hulk get injured?
Green blood? Curious, even for you. Racist. Is a court and the creature?
Wendy's didn't like you making fun of the Hulk. Gets it's a Hulk fan.
It's something developed by Mr. Herlock.
No! By the great detective? New invention, stop. Not yet appeared in stories, stop.
It's this, you see. It doesn't have a name yet, though. The log sprays a chemical that reacts with the different elements in people's blood to change its color.
Different elements of people's blood.
We're
Yes,
blood
everyone's blood
vendors.
is slightly different, you see? Because it's made up of different elements. So by seeing what color it changes to, you can tell in a flash whose blood it is.
Ben?
Ah, that brings a whole extra dimension to looking at blood. I like looking at blood. Pocket blood in courtroom, stop. Very exciting. Stop.
As an
Is
example,
it really that exciting?
this one shows the blood of the victim, Mr. Windibank.
Ah, striking blue.
Yes, so you see, the green color of this blood stain on the calendar shows that someone else was shot in the main part of the shot.
Now, hold fire there, young man. Could be for some unrelated incident, couldn't it?
No, it's not unrelated. The date showing on the calendar is the date on which Mr. Windibank was killed.
My golly.
Therefore, we can assume that whoever was shot on the same day.
And whose blood is it? Out with it, young man!
Well, old man, the Skulkin brothers in the stand don't appear to be suffering from any gunshot injuries. Which means it must be the blood of somebody else. The third intruder, in fact.
Objection!
Objection. Whose identity the court is still waiting to hear. You can't delay this any longer, my learned friend. Who is this alleged third murderer?
Yeah, Edgar Benedict.
Intruder.
Yeah, this guy. It has to be this guy.
It's that jackass. It's definitely not Lord Lionheart.
Ah. The man's name is Dr. Eggman.
Dr. Eggman.
Who's what are you talking about, Consul?
It's okay. We had Daddy get it. We could do Egbert.
He paid a visit to Windibank's pawnbroker.
Pawnbroker? Okay, Mr. Javacho.
The afternoon before the incident took place.
When the accused attempted to deceive the pawnbroker into releasing this article into her possession.
That's right. The man's identified by the defense, Dr. Eggman. Then attempted to take the article from the defendant by force.
Jackass! Jackass!
Yes. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. This is Dr. Eggman during his modeling career.
They call him
Look, he also
Dr.
wait,
Legman.
the pose! The posing! No. Remember the posing?
Yeah.
No, he's doing the exact same posing as the Skulkin brothers. It's just from a different angle. He is one of them.
Oh. But no, I'm still distracted by what Explode says. Back in my youth, I used to be known as Dr. Legman.
I remember that from a Tumblr meme.
No. I
Yeah,
was
it's one
Dr.
of those
Legman because I
Eggman.
never skipped leg day.
Inspector
I'll have to try
Gregson
and
was
find that later.
Inspector Gregson was there at the time and can attest to what happened. In the end, it was the inspector himself who took the disc.
Can you corroborate that account, Inspector?
Yes, my lord, that's more or less what happened. And in the interest of being thorough, I asked Windibank for a print showing the fellow. Taken from one of his red-handed recorder gubbiness.
Yes.
Gubbinses.
That's him we're talking that's him talking to Mr. Windibank that morning.
And you claim this man is the brother's accomplice?
Well, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin.
It's our brother! Never seen the geezer before on me life!
On me life. Never seen him. Well, somewhat unsurprisingly, it appears our witnesses disagree with the assertion.
I'm sure your lordship recalls my learned Nipponese friend's actual assertions. Which was that he could prove the identity of the alleged accomplice.
Yes, and I can.
And show us the evidence!
I agree. I must see proof. The clean-cut gentleman in the photograph is a filthy criminal, you say he is.
The disc! Whip out the disc! Just whip it out! Prove that you have balls!
All right, I got one disc, and it's labeled only grams. This is my one shot.
Since it's Mr. Gildas, would that mean it's only charms? Look into my only charms account.
No, but as you know, Lucky Charms does have a thing on the back of the box where it measures things in grams. So there you go. It's full circle.
Actually, that's the side of the box.
Unit.
This is
Heathen unit.
Heathen unit. I had a feeling that something has been missing in this trial from the very start. But now I'm going to drag it kicking and screaming into the courtroom like a raging onion.
Are you ready to present your to the court then, counsel?
Yes, my
That
lord.
was my Jordan impression.
That was awful. Anyway, the defense will
Good.
present the evidence now. Proof that the man pictured in this photograph print was in fact the person struck by the third bullet.
More blood!
Just whip it out. Whip it.
As I mentioned before, on the afternoon of the day in question, the defendant attempted, deceitfully, admittedly, to reclaim this disc from Windibanks.
Which is when the aforementioned Dr. Eggman appeared on the scene, I believe. This man then attempted to purloin the article from the defendant's possession, no?
We have Dr. Eggman and we have Ganondorf. What we're missing next is Bowser.
So
in
does
these
this mean this is
cases.
all about a cue ball on the stand?
Yeah, that's us. That's correct, my lord. I myself was present at the time. I was following that a minor incident occurred.
Flashback, flashback.
Flashback,
You are a bitch.
flashback. Flashback with reused animations. Being a music
It's
box
been a while,
disc,
so this one was kind of justified.
true. It has countless small but sharp metal protrusions over its surface. Those protrusions caused Mr. Benedict's finger to bleed, and the resulting smear of blood is still visible on the disc now.
Goodness, a bloodstain, is it?
My assistant and I have just analyzed the bloodstain here in this very courtroom.
Quite literally. Using my trusty fogger gun.
It's gonna fog you up.
Gonna need a name change after that. Anyway, yes, and we added the result to this portfolio.
My fogger gun. It's gonna fog things up good. I say.
It's green.
It is green.
I think it's me. Yeah.
It's exactly the same color as the blood around the calendar.
Oh,
That's
I think that was me.
Sorry. Sorry, old man in Russian. None for you.
Now, this is racist, as you might say.
You have a rat.
And you do not have a rat. No
Touche, Russian.
He looks at you.
Touche.
He leans in closer. No rats.
No rat. No bitches.
The
Bitches
evidence-
love rats.
the
bigger the rat.
The evidence is conclusive. The man calling himself Dr. Eggman, who was in Windibanks earlier that day,
Considering you're doing your Sonic impression and you're talking about Eggman, like this is priceless.
and this accomplice, who was present at the scene of the crime that same night.
I think it was originally going to be voiced like.
there was someone else there.
Better.
Let's get up now. That's
But we
fucking.
We didn't know his name at the time
Hey,
until it
what's
was
your name, man?
revealed.
Who's very nice?
He smells like eggs. Anyway, Mr. My Lord. Stupid. My defense though, the reason why we were going for something different is that we didn't know his name until like the very end. So we had to make it up as we went. It is the opinion of the defense that Dr. Eggman should be summoned to the courtroom to testify. You know, the way this looks, it looks like the judge is sleeping.
It would certainly seem.
Sorry.
What we're talking about again?
Sorry, the anesthesia that Doc gave me works great. I mean, proceed, counsel.
Objection!
This has gone on long enough now. This flagrant ignorance of the mechanics of law. Sherlock Sholmes, you say? Yes, I've heard the name. The protagonist in a series of short stories for the vulgar classes. A god of detection, or some such.
You say what, mate?
My fuck is gonna fuck you up, bro! And now, you employ chemical substances devised by this fantastical persona in the highest courts in the land.
Do you expect us to take you seriously? The samples made by this plaything are not fit to be called evidence. So the bloodstain turned a shade of green. What of it? Here's to you successfully proving that no other blood in the world would turn the same color.
Ouch, he's got a point.
Well, I mean, we have different shades of green.
We have emerald, we have pine, ooh, we have peppermint. Kiss my boot, peasant. And pray, do not even think of suggesting that we should take Mr. Sholmes' word for it.
I knew it'd come to this. Of course, Mr. Sholmes' invention isn't going to be recognized by any official body. But what other choice did I have?
I'm just remembering what Father Christmas over the year said before.
She sees it too.
We're a good boy, Santa Claus, I swear.
About how he temporarily suspending the assimilation examination.
Ah,
In other words, the examination isn't over yet, is it?
Good griefs, tiny child. What did you just say?
And in a examination, the decision whether or not the trial continues is in the hands of the 6 jurors, isn't it? So the way I see it, it doesn't matter what a certain other people think of Hurley's invention. At least, not for now.
yes, she's right.
Young lady,
Yeah.
you have quite the devious mind.
It really just comes down to one thing.
I blame
I
Sasato.
have pink hair.
Whether these ladies and gentlemen of the jury
Mostly ladies.
are convinced by what you say, Runo.
And one Russian.
Is that about right, would you say? Or did I misunderstand something?
Unbelievable. She should just take my job.
And Hairlock's job.
Mr. Sholmes' partner is a force to be reckoned with.
Iris Wilson, sharpshooter.
It's gonna break my heart when we tell her what happened to her father.
After that shrewd process of the situation from the entirely unexpected source,
Mostly
must be
small.
acknowledged that the previous summation examination has yet to reach its conclusion.
This is absurd.
Those shush, Vinci, the little girl had a point. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court now looks to you for the final leading in this matter. Survey says, as proud citizens of Her Majesty's Britain, I'm sure you will come to fair and
Oh, I know
just
Russian.
conclusions. Wait, what did he say? What?
Cheesecake.
So then, state your final decision in turn, please.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Not guilty.
Wait, what? No, but those two do it though.
We don't need all six of them.
2 called guilty and 4 called not guilty. Such is the outcome of the submission examination.
Objection.
Objection. My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage. The prosecution refuses to accept this decision.
There's kangaroos everywhere.
On what grounds?
Australian grounds. If these jurors are persuaded by some half-baked concoction devised by a pretender to real police work, then they are too ignorant to be trusted with the judgment of anyone's guilt. Ouch.
I'm sorry, Lord Van Seeks, but the outcome of the summation examination cannot be ignored. Also, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you and your faulty examination of the bullet. Trial will continue.
Stop being a bitch! Ah, he called me a bitch! My heart's burn!
Next
Gentlemen, I'm
time,
going to take away your Pepto.
I'm taking your Pepto card. This
Fine.
thing's in my hand right now.
Then I'll use Rolaids.
Oh, look at that. The scissors cut it in half. Oh, I couldn't do anything about that. Nevertheless, we find ourselves in a rather awkward situation. The defense has a very reasonable request, the subpoena of a new witness. But sadly, I fear that would be impossible.
Nani?
Why did he flee the country?
The name the gentleman gave for himself, what is it, Dr. Eggman, is quite clearly false.
That makes it even funnier.
It was actually neocortex.
Of course.
Oh, that's good. That's very good indeed.
I don't believe it. Just when I managed to prove the man was there that night. Yeah, him.
No!
I see something. What was asking?
I think that's the British, the girl, the Cockney girl.
Oh,
What was that, please? Who spoke?
It was
Sorry.
me, my lord.
juror number 5. Man, it's like you guys have skills in real life that actually help in real life here.
What do you have to
I know,
say,
it's
madam?
almost like America. If possible, Inspector. Me, ma'am. I wonder if you might show the photographic print to me again. The one which the gentleman is shown. Mr. Eggman. All right, yes, this one, you mean, of Mr. Eggman. Looks like a bitch. Yes, there's no doubt in my mind.
She looks at Van Zeeks.
He looks like you, bitch.
Juror number 5. You don't mean to say you know this man?
Womanizing flagrant philanderer. Yes, I know him.
Nani?
Good gracious! You know the doctor? Order! Order! Order. Juror number 5. How on earth?
I'm a communications officer. Stop.
As we can clearly see.
This gentleman in the photograph is... Stop. Also,
also a communications officer. Stop. He works in my office. Stop.
His
He's an
eyes are
HR, isn't
gleaming.
he?
Very talented operator, in fact. Stop.
Look at them. They're so excited.
He should be the communication officer station now. Stop tapping away on the telegraph. Stop.
This doesn't seem right somehow. I can't put my finger on why, but it doesn't feel right.
I suppose we all imagined the accomplice would be some sort of hardened criminal. It's a bit unexpected to find out he has a respectable job by day, whatever he gets up to at night.
Yeah, I suppose that is. I suppose that's why I felt something was wrong.
If the gentleman at London's communication station, if he's there, we should be able to subpoena him within the hour. Yes, get your penis strokes out of the way.
Yes, my lord.
All right, now make the necessary arrangements, all with haste.
As your lordship bids.
The court will recess for 1 hour for some Mickey D's. When the new witnesses arrive, we
No,
shall
Wendy's.
reconvene. No, not in my courtroom. We are a McDonald feeling country. And that's all we're gonna have for lunch. Also, I ordered via the app. Don't ask why. Don't ask how.
So hold on. If we call the quarter pounder in the U.S. quarter ouncer.
Oh no, Wendy's is trying to intercept my chicken nuggies.
A quarter ouncer, I believe he said.
Quarter ounce. Do you think I require a measly ounce?
Yes, my lord.
I want the quarter gallon.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
I should like to hear from you specifically about the events at the pawnbrokery on the day in question. Come to my chambers during the recess and make sure to bring the fries.
Yes, but I don't have any sauce.
That is unexcusable. Court is adjourned until 1:40 p.m. Now, where did I find my keys at?
You mean that it's still noon? We've been in this chamber since like noon?
Is that a good place to stop? Because I gotta walk the dog and stuff.
Wow, man, this is a long case.
Close to
Honestly, the more and more we get the answers, the less and less complex it's actually sounding. Just gotta be honest with that. Because we were given a bad guy to begin with, and it actually just was the bad guy to begin with. Unless that changes between now and then. This feels very cut and dry. But yes, Explodes, you are right. This is a good place to stop for now. We'll see you guys next week when hopefully we come to the conclusion of this case. It feels like we're getting to the conclusion. So until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.